Declutter round 2. So I've been asked a lot of questions about the declutter. So couple of points. One, I'm not showing every single drawer or every single thing that I own. I am showing a lot of what I own and going through the drawers. But there's some drawers that are like filled with like the Dior quints, for example, that I'm not going to declutter any of them. So I haven't shown those on camera. And frankly, the first declutter was an hour long without those things. So I feel like it's not gonna be everything. It's gonna be a lot of things, but not everything. Secondly, the sale. The sale is going to start on Patreon. Patreon has Patreon page, my Patreon page. Patreon has a way, and I forget exactly how this works. I have to figure all this out. I haven't done that yet. But Patreon has a way of like setting up a page that you can sell your products. So like if you're, let's say I was somebody who designed clothes and I started a Patreon page. I could put my clothing up for sale on my Patreon page. So there's a way to do that. Now, I have not figured out how to do that yet, but I'm going to figure that out. So the sale will be up there. It's not going to be for a while, guys, because I still have to go through the second part, which I'm going to film today, the declutter, and figure out what I'm getting rid of. And then I have to figure out how to price all of this. Like I said, I'm not selling these above retail, even if they've been discontinued and don't exist anymore. I'm not doing any of that. These are going to be at least half off of whatever they were sold for, probably more than that. You know, again, just so I have had friends reach out and ask because they've watched my video and there are certain things that they want. And I will tell you just right now, my friends and family, if they ask me for something, I'm going to give them those things. So there may be some things missing because, you know, that's just, you know, they're my friends and family. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a tremendous amount that's going in this declutter. And some people have asked, like, why am I doing this? Interestingly, you know, so I started to declutter things, and it sort of snowballed because I started to think to myself, okay, why are you buying things? Why are you holding on to things when you're not using them and you don't plan to use them? Is there something that makes you feel, is there something about having these things that makes you feel better or more secure or any of those things? And I'm like, no. So why am I not just getting rid of them? And I think part of it is just that it's a lot of effort to really, you know, to go through all of this. It's just easier to shove it in a drawer and just be like, oh, you know, I'll deal with it later. But, you know, if you continuously, I'm just speaking for me, if you continuously do that, you just end up with a whole bunch of stuff that is going bad and it's not being used. And I remember the days when I was in law school and when I got out of law school that I had like no money. I mean, I'd be like, should I pay my electric bill? Should I go out to eat? And you know, I would have been so thrilled to have any of these collections. I would have been so thrilled to have any of the stuff that I have now. And so if I can give somebody an opportunity to have these things that wouldn't normally, first of all, be able to have them, that's the first thing. And then secondly, for my own life and things that I want to achieve, and I know this sounds like a long time, but in the next 10 years, I need to have less stuff. You know, I have a lot, and again, I don't talk about these things on the channel, but I have a lot of goals for things that I want to do just in my life in general. One of them is getting a place in Europe at some point. And if you've ever been to Europe or if you live somewhere in Europe, there's not a lot of space, which is fine with me. Like, I love that idea. I love the idea of having like a little Italian apartment and walking around. I have no problem with that. But, you know, if you have a ton of stuff, and you're very attached to your stuff. And again, nothing wrong with that. I'm not making any judgments. I'm just saying, for me, it's harder to be able to do those types of things because you feel like, you know, well, I have all my stuff here. So yeah, I'm trying to look at things in a different way about, you know, because I'll be 52 in May this year. So yeah, they're just things that I'm thinking of. And, you know, I figure if I start now a little bit every year, a little declutter every year, a little discerning, you know, deciding what I'm going to buy and starting to pare down things, I think will be good. Overall, I think it's healthy, for me anyway. Same with my closet. Like, you know, a lot of times I go into my closet and I'm like, I have nothing to wear. I have 3 closets. There's no reason that I should say that. I have 3 closets. So that means that I have a bunch of stuff that I don't feel like I want to wear for various reasons. One, it doesn't fit right. I don't like the material. I bought it on a super sale, but it actually never fit right. Or, you know, I only bought it because it was on a super sale and it was Chanel and it doesn't really fit me, so I don't wear it. That type of thing. And I had a lot of that. And I just, you know, I just was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm only going to buy the things that are perfect for me. And when they're not perfect for me, then they're not perfect for me, and I move on. The makeup's a little different because, of course, I have this channel to show to all you. So what I'm trying to do in that vein is buy makeup that you all want to see. If I really don't like it, like a Chanel or Dior or whatever it is, I'm just going to get rid of it. And I'm going to do these types of sales every year. I will hold on to some things that I need for like reference videos, that type of thing, but not for very long. After a year, and if I haven't used them in a year, and I have no reason to hold on to them, like they're not some special edition with special packaging that I'll look back on fondly, then they go, and that's it. So, all of that expose there. Let's get into today's declutter. Okay, first, I want to start with what's in my top drawers of my vanity. All the products in here are products that I feel like most of them are eye products. There may be a few things that aren't eye, like the Dolce & Gabbana powder. But I think for the most part, this is all eye. And the West Metelier powder. But that is for the eye. These are products that are either single shadows, single liquids for the eye, like liquid shadows for the eye, or special products that I will not get rid of because they're things that I will always use, like the special edition Chantecaille powder. There are By Terry products in here that have been discontinued. Chanel products in here which have been discontinued. And then under all of this, I'm just going to move these things around, you will see old Chanel products. These are old Chanel quads. And there's more. I forget where they are in here, but they're in here somewhere. And these are quads that don't exist anymore. The reflection of the light, there you go, you can see them. And I have more, like some of my old Chanel blushes. They don't exist anymore, and I'm, you know, not going to get rid of them for obvious reasons. But, you know, that's what's in my top drawer over here. So it's mostly eye stuff. There are some, like I said, there are some things in here that are other types of products, but for the most part, we have what I'm calling my Suku drawer. And yes, this is all Suku. That's what it is. And these are all Suku products that I bought over the years. There's actually some more Suku because this doesn't really contain a lot of the lip stuff. I have some lip stuff in here, but this is mostly eye and cheek or face. And I can tell you honestly, guys, there's a ton of Suku, and at some point I will probably declutter some of the Suku, but I am unlikely to declutter very much of it because I really enjoy the Suku products, and I feel like these are powder products, except for the lip ones. They might, you know, go bad sooner, but I'm so impressed with all their work and all their stuff, all their work and all their products, that it's unlikely that I'm going to declutter a lot. There are some like blushes and shades that I don't particularly love, but again, to be honest, these are things I actually use, and I feel like I could use for years. So these probably aren't going anywhere. This is my top lipstick drawer, which needs some organization. I need some trays. I haven't done that yet. Again, this is an ongoing process. This is going to take, you know, time. And here's like highlighters that I really like my Rare Beauty, my Armani blushes, my Armani lipsticks. These are the Maybelline vinyl lips. They're like the only liquid lip that I really, really like. I've got, you know, my Tom Ford glosses and oils, all the Dior Maximizers are in there. Jimmy Choo glosses, which are my favorite. Prada, Valentino. By the way, Valentino has new lipsticks, new colors, and I actually think I might get some because I only have one Valentino lipstick and I actually really liked it. So that might be coming. Yeah, so that's what's in here. That Christian Dior is just a mirror. That's not a, it's just a mirror. So yeah, here's like there's special lip and like cheek products that I really like. Okay, so here, this is powder products. This is bronzer products. I am gonna go through those. Highlighters. Lip glosses. Wait till you see this drawer. Yeah. Single shadows. Lots of single shadows. Dior lipsticks and more. It just keeps going back, guys. It's, yeah. Chanel. Nothing in here is going to be decluttered. Blushes. Probably some things in here that are going to be decluttered. Highlighters again. I need to get rid of some highlighters, guys, because I don't need that many highlighters. Blushes. As you can see, I'm starting to move things over. Hermes. Lots of Hermes. And then Charlotte Tilbury. These are all cream bronzers, so probably not going to declutter those. Probably going to just toss those. Prada, Clé de Peau, and more Suku. These are all Lisa Eldridge. And we have a few Charlotte Tilbury wands in there, magic wands. More lipsticks. More lipsticks. Yep. Mascaras. And some highlighters and concealers. Yeah, like, see, this is my point. Again, reiterating my point that things have to go. These are foundations. I did my declutter of my foundations last year. These are all my Tom Fords. My eyeshadow palettes. And more lipsticks. Ones that don't fit in traditional drawers. So I'm going to start with some of the powder products, and here we go. Right, I found a couple of other palettes that I just want to mention really quickly that are going to go into the declutter. This is a Maybelline palette, New York Nudes, or Nudes of New York. This is actually a good palette for a drugstore. This is Ofra. This is actually a really pretty palette. This is the signature palette. This is the Liora Ray 91 palette. This is a NYX palette. My sister might want this, so there's a caveat here. You can see it's still sealed. So if my sister doesn't want it, someone mentioned the ones that are sealed I can give to like a women's shelter. So I'm going to do that. So the ones that are sealed, if my sister doesn't want them, my sister's vegan, so she only does ones that are vegan approved. But if my sister wants this one, she'll get it, and if not, this will go to the shelter. Is Lethal Cosmetics. This is Lethal is Dead. Teresa's Dead collab. Love Teresa. This is the Pure Raw Beauty Christie collab. This is Black Widow. This was a ColourPop. And yes, it has been swatched, but this is MAC. This is the Feast Your Eyes palette. It's Freakin' Bats, Batty Bean, and Shroud palette. And this is the Wander Beauty Wanderous Rush palette. Okay, let's start going through this one. As you can also see, there's like my hairs everywhere. I have so much hair, and I shed so much. I really don't know how I have so much hair in my head, because I feel like I shed everywhere. But anyway, so this is supposed to be highlighters. Why is this in here? I don't know. This is the Blitz Kid eyeshadow palette from Kevyn Aucoin. This is gonna go. All right, so these are highlighters. There's a lot of, I have 2 drawers of highlighters. So let's go through this first. This is the Duo Lumiere, the Chanel highlighter. Even though I don't like this palette, this highlighter, should I keep, I guess I should keep this one because I need to talk about it for a little bit, but I really don't like this. I should keep this one for a little while, but the next time I do a declutter sale, it might be in there, guys, because really, I don't like that. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Rose Iris. I really like this one. This is a great highlighter, very pinky. This is the Pearly White Lake Camellia Chanel. Now, I don't like this one either, but this one I am going to keep because this is a special edition oversized palette. But I will tell you guys, I'm going to hold on to this for like a year or so. And if after that, I really am just not even, you know, referring to it or talking about it in some way, then it might go too. Because like I said, this is going to be an iterative process as I go through things and go, yeah, I really don't need that. You know, this one, the Tom Ford Oasis, I don't like this highlighter at all. And this one will eventually be decluttered because it, yeah. But I am going to be doing some reference videos with Tom Ford this year. So I'm going to need it for the next couple months, if not this year, but that will be in a future, declutter. So hey, hang on for that one. Okay. Dior Pink Riviera. And I have, there's like a bunch of ones that the Dior, they were mislabeled. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me pull, okay. Chanel, because I can put all the Chanels in one place. This is the, I forgot the name of it. Pearls as Fantasies, something like that. Anyway, this is a very limited edition piece, and I will be holding on to it. This is the Reva de Camellia, which I actually really like, and I will be holding on to that. This is the Pat McGrath Bridgerton Sublime Skim Highlighter, Incandescent Gold. It's going. This is House Labs Quartz. I don't know how I feel about this one. That's a maybe. We'll get to that in a minute. This is the Dior Nude Luminizer in older packaging. This one, I think this one might go. Again, I'm not using it. This is the Opalescence from, this is like a cream to powder. This one's still good though. I'm wary about the creams though, so that's gonna stay or get thrown out. All right, Pillow Talk Glow. Do you like this one? It's actually very pretty. I like Charlotte Tilbury. It's you know, and I think I said this in my video, like she used to come out with things all the time that were just great, and then, you know, That's all I have to say about that. So let's look at all the Diors. So we have Nude Riviera, and I think this is the one, I'm gonna kind of position this so you can see it. I think this is the one where Nude Riviera and then Pink Riviera were exactly the same. They are. They're exactly the same. So I'm going to keep the one that's mislabeled as Nude Riviera because it's actually pink. And I will declutter the pink so you'll know what it is. I'll have to make a note to myself that this is actually Pink Riviera or refer back to this video because I'll forget. This is Rosewood Glow. This is too deep for me. Declutter. This is Pink Glow. This one I actually like. That one stay. This is Merit Beauty. This should go in the cream drawer of highlighters, but this is called Bounce. This is really good. I like the Merit products very much, actually. They're extremely good. These are two Charlotte Tilbury wands that I'll put in my drawer. We have the Easy Highlighter in Spotlight and in Pillow Talk. I really like the wands, and I do have backups of them. They're not backups. The reason I have them is because they go in and out of stock, and I actually do go through them, so it's actually worth having them on hand. Okay, more Chanel. I have Chanel in different places. I really need to do something about that. Okay, this is Metal Peach. Going anywhere. This is Ivory Gold. Not going anywhere. This is For the Printemps. My French is terrible. I know that, so don't come for me. I already know. This is the other House Labs. This is Sunstone. You know, the thing is, I do like House Labs products. It's just that they're very pigmented. The blush, I'm probably going to declutter the blush too. All right, I think I'm going to keep the Peach Quartz because I think this is more to my color story. But the golden one, the Sunstone, that one's going to go. And again, that's really about just color story because it is a really nice, it's a really well done highlighter. More Chanel. This is Aura Rose. We used to have a lion on it. All right. These are the oversized illuminating face powders. And this is in Coeur Doré. And then this one is Aura Rose. I'm going to hold on to these for a little while, guys, because I'm going to be doing a special Chanel video. But those will be on the chopping block for the next declutter. Bridgerton again. That's going. That is Extreme Gold. Pat McGrath, Lunar Allure. actually like that. Okay, that's gonna stay. All right, this is Pink Gold Glow and Gilded Pink. This is Bobbi Brown. And I actually really like this. This product got kind of broken up and smushed, but this is actually very pretty. So this is staying. This is the Chantecaille Bird highlighter. This was a very special edition Lumiere Rose. And yes, I kept the packaging. They then came out with the bird is a little bit different. And they have that one that I have in my drawer that I use all the time. But this one I don't use. I just sort of keep it in this packaging. It's really beautiful. Eventually I will have to use it, but I'm just going to wait. This is Flight 70. I really like the Flight 70 products. I think they're excellent. This is a really nice cream highlighter. It's called Just Like Heaven. I did an entire video on this. You should check that brand out, especially if you are a little bit older, because I think it's a phenomenal product. Okay, so this is KKW Beauty, which in its original conception doesn't exist anymore. She now has the different whatever she's doing now. But my point is, this one is the Powder Contour and Highlight Kit. It's actually a really good kit. The colors are good in here, and the formula is actually pretty good. That one's going to the declutter, so if you guys are interested in that. This I'm keeping because of the packaging. This is called Candlelight Glow by Terry, and yeah, it's too deep for me, and I don't care. I'm keeping it. I reserve the right to keep things that make me happy when I look at them. This is the Vive highlighter, and this is actually a really good formula. I really like Vive. This is called Holy Chic, but it's too gold for me, so let's go. All right, we've got more Tom Fords here. Now, I think these are these are Shade and Illuminates. So there's Peach Light. Again, I did videos with these. There is Nude Light, and there is Mood Light, which I have two of. I have the new one and the old one. So I'm going to keep both the Mood Lights because I want to do comparisons with the new and the old. However, Nude Light is going to be decluttered. Nude Light, if I can get that in the camera, is going to be decluttered because the colors are wrong for me. So that's going to be in the declutter. Okay. Now the rest are all Clé de Peau, and there might be one more in the other highlighting drawer. Like I said, guys, I have too much stuff. Okay. Actually, no, I have a Chanel one here. This is the Rev D Camellia. I think this is the one, yeah, this is the one I did not use. Chanel is kind of an exemption to a lot of these things, guys, because I worked for them. Some of the stuff is kind of, I know it sounds silly, but it's a little bit kind of a personal thing, like I'm keeping them because, you know what I mean? Okay, well, I don't have to go into it. All right, this is Daybreak Shimmer Clé de Peau highlighter. This is Celestial Sparks. This is special packaging. 102, A Glow with Wonder. Sort of the brownish one. Special packaging again, Wonderful Radiance. Special packaging. This is the Astrological 105 Shimmering Orb. And this is 104 Radiant Superstar. All special packaging ones I am keeping. This is the one that has like the angels. They kind of look like swans. 101 Moon Shimmer. This is 201 Twilight's Glow. And this is 17. Yeah, this is 17. There's a possibility that I'm going to go through these and decide that some of the non-special packaging ones are going. Because there's no way that I can use all of these luminizers that I have from Clé de Peau. However, I do really enjoy the Clé de Peaus, so I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I haven't really made a decision yet, to be very honest with all of you. And when I do the video where I put together all of the items that are going to end up in the sale, you'll see which ones I decide. But like all of these, like this one's 201, this one's 17, this one is this one 21. Like I said, I love, and I have this one, which is again 17. It's actually a different one that's in here because I you can pop, these are refillable. So I popped a different one in. So I have to see which ones I have because this one is 16. They're replaceable. So I'm going to go through them and I'll decide which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to declutter. But the reason I'm going to declutter some of the Clé de Peaux is not because I don't like the formula. The formula is amazing and I really like these. But there isn't a tremendous difference between one and another. Like this one's definitely like very bluish and green. And if you take a look at that one, let me pull like this one. Those are two very different color stories, and that's fine. Like if we're talking about something like that, okay. But if it's one is a little bit pinker or a little bit bluer, I'm not going to keep them because it's just, you know, you get to a point where again, I'm trying to be kind of not harsh, but just be like, no, I don't need it. Okay, this is the other highlighter drawer. I figured might as well do this one. All right, so Dior again. This is Coral Glow. All right, I will keep that for now. Chantecaille. This is Real Glow. This is Stella. Now, this is the one that was introduced last year, and I do like the packaging. I think it's very pretty, but it turned out that it was the color that had already existed. I did not have it, so I was glad to have it. But it's more of like that gold kind of shade, but actually I think it's pretty. But yeah, that one, like I said, I do like it, but it was confusing whether or not it was like new, kind of new. All right, this is a Victoria Beckham highlighter. I'm not going to swatch all of these, but I do want you to see it. I actually really like this one. This is cream, so it should go, we'll have a cream pile. But I have heard from people that said they don't like it. And I honestly don't remember exactly why. I think it was because they said it was like sparkly, but I don't get that. But you know, look, things show up differently on different people. Okay, here are the infamous Chanel sticks that I hate. And I'm only going to keep them because they're creams. And you know, again, I'm not going to throw them away because I can joke about them and talk about them, about how much I hate them. But I would sell these if they weren't creams because I hate them. I just really don't like them. All right, this is a MAC product. This is the Strobe, I forgot the name of it, Pumpkin Spice. This is an illuminator that they came out with. That was a special one. Now this is cream, but it's in a tube. So I feel okay with this. And it wasn't that long ago. I'll put it in the declutter pile and then you guys can tell me if you want it there or you want me to throw that one out. That's fine. I don't care one way or another. This one, again, another one. Chanel products I don't like. This is the Dior one. This one, that's okay. I mean, again, not my favorite, but the Suku ones are my favorite. But those are all creams, so I don't want to go down that road. Here's the Tom Ford. This is the Glow Stick. What shade was this? Magevi? I'm not pronouncing that right, but you can see how deep that is. I think this was the deep one, and I'm trying to look to see if I have any others in here. I feel like I had more than one. I don't know where it went, but I felt like I did, but I can't find it. Anyway, again, cream, so I'll be holding on to it. This is a KK Beauty one. And again, I will be holding on to this because it's cream and I'm not going to be decluttering creams like this, but that's something I use. Let's see. Chantecaille Liquid Lumiere. This is really good, and they're always sold out. I don't know why. But yeah, it's really pretty. Really, really nice. This is Becca Cosmetics, and I'm going to keep this because Becca doesn't exist anymore. It's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter, actually. I should use that on camera more so you guys can see it. Ofra. This is Samantha March's highlighter, Start Inspired. Really good, really beautiful highlighter. Look at that. Look at how really creamy too. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Chantecaille. This is Les Paillettes special edition. So Chantecaille used to do some really unique embossing, and you know what? I'm not gonna go there. Never mind. Here's another Clé de Peaux one that I have in this drawer. This is this year's, right? No, wait. Under the Sea? I've forgotten which is which, guys. I need to, this is because I have too much and I don't know. I gotta figure out what the other one is. Tom Ford, this should be Moonlight, right? Yeah, this is the original Moonlight. Pat McGrath, this is Divine Rose. Dior. Strobe Gold or Pink. Oh yeah, this is one of the face palettes. That's gonna go. Iconic London. Don't do a lot with Iconic London. That's gonna go. Bobbi Brown Rosy Glow is too deep for me. That's gonna go. One of my favorite highlighters. I know it's got like hard pan on it. I have to like clean it or something, but I love this color. I really do. I mean, it's like it's a blush on me, but I love it. And I love this case. It's like a hockey puck. It's freaking heavy. Pat McGrath. This is Lunar Nude. No, that one I like. That one stays. This is CoverGirl. This is actually a really good palette. I mean, I know it's the drugstore, but it's really good. The shades are really pigmented. I'm actually going to keep that. You know, just because something's drugstore, guys, does not mean it's bad. I mean, it might not have the you know, special packaging and everything, but Pillow Talk Multi Glow. Okay, so I hated this product, but I liked it because of the packaging, like the quilting on it, but I'm going to let it go because I'm not using it and someone else will like it. And the packaging is actually quite beautiful. Bobbi Brown Ulla Johnson collab. That one I'm keeping. House Labs before they underwent their change. That one's going to go. Hermes. This is Perma Brass. Gotta go. Sisley. This was the Fido Blushes. This was the Radiant Blush, but it ended up looking like a highlighter. I'll keep it. This is old school Pat McGrath. This was the highlighter and balm from forever ago. I feel like I should just keep this because it's like an archive. So that stays. This is MAC Global Glow. Where's the opening? Here we go. That's gonna go. Tom Ford Gilt Glow. Oh, that's really pretty. Why do I not use that? You know why? Because I didn't know it was in here. Oh, this one's kind of broken. Okay. I'll keep it because it's broken. I don't want to sell you guys like really broken stuff, but that's which Rose Gold. Power 28 Super Dew. This is no shade, but this is a cream, so I'm gonna hold on to it. It's still good though. Burberry, I know I'm keeping this one. This is the #1. This is, if I remember correctly, this is a really white one. Yeah. This is Prisme Libre limited edition highlighter in organza ore. Love this highlighter actually. It's a mess because, you know, this stuff, but I really like that one. This one. Oh, this is a really old Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath Fine Gold 003 Pigment. Yeah, this is when she had like the pigments. Look at that. Look at the color on that. Now, that is what made Pat McGrath. But, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't wear this color because, you know, it's like yellow, but I'm going to keep it because, look at that. I can use it on my eyes. Oh, this is the Carolina Herrera. I do have Carolina Herrera pieces. This must be the refill for her cases. I'll have to go look and see where the case is because maybe I don't have the case. Maybe I just have the highlighter. It's possible. Yeah, it's a cream to powder. That's really pretty. Okay, that stays. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why Herrera didn't really take off. I don't know. Like, I like the charms. I like the packaging, but it never really became like something I wore all the time. I think there's a lot of factors to this kind of stuff. Okay, let's see. I've got random Chanel brushes in here. This is Chantecaille. This is Sunlight. They used to have these like little pebbles. This is more of like a bronzer kind of thing for me. Should put that in the bronzer category. This is Year of the Dog, I think. Yep, Year of the Dog. Has a little wolf on it. Well, it's a dog, but and it actually I kept the packaging. This is the Year of the Dog face highlighter. I don't think they've done a Year of the Dragon this year. They did a lipstick, but I don't think there was anything else, unless I missed it. This is Charlotte Tilbury. This is Magic Star highlighter. Oh, that's way too gold for me. like the packaging, but that's got to go. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. Yeah, this one I like. Lots of highlight there, but I do like that color. Okay, last but not least is the La Bouche Rouge. I have the eyeshadows, and then I have this highlighter. It's not bad. Their products are not bad, like their face products. But to be honest with you, I like their lipsticks, and I don't really like the rest of their stuff that much. Okay, let me organize all this, and we'll fast forward it. Okay, so these are going to be all the cream ones, and then Chanel, and then those are going to be all the rest of the highlighters. Okay, so this is blush, House Labs. This is Dragon Fruit Days. I talked about these. These are beautiful blushes. No doubt how gorgeous these are, but I'm not going to wear them because they are just too deep for me. So, Declutter. LYS. This is a cream. You know, this is a really nice blush, but because it's cream, I don't think I either keep it or throw it away. I feel iffy about the creams, guys. Wayne Goss. Okay, so these blushes I love again. And someone mentioned when I talked about Wayne Goss going away, and I said that the company doesn't exist anymore, I meant in its original state. So if Wayne, you know, Wayne is obviously doing brushes still, and I love his new brushes that he came out with. I meant in this form, they won't exist anymore. So who knows what he'll, you know, come out with and how they'll look and all that good stuff. So I'm going to keep all of his blush combos for now, because when he does, if he does, hopefully he does come out with more makeup products, I want to be able to do a compare. However, once that's happened, I'm probably only going to keep a couple of them. So this one is Blush Peony, which I will keep. This one is Coral Rose, which I will keep. This one is Sweet Wildflower, which is my favorite. I will keep. This one is Bright Poppy, which will go. This one is Vivid Azalea, which will go. And this one is Desert Blossom, which I love. This one came out later. So there's two in there that I'm definitely will declutter. Let's see what happens and see if he, in the near future comes out with some. Sorry, my brain just stopped. Some new products. I just realized the reason my brain stopped is I was thinking about something else. I also have a bunch of Pat McGraths that I'm going to get rid of, so I got to pull that drawer too. All right, so this is Natasha Denona's Mini Bloom. It's going to go. Merit Beauty. This is Beverly Hills. This one's great. Like I said, I love the Merit Beauty stuff. This is Fox. Bug Paint. Glossier, excellent product. I should have a cream. I should have a cream drawer and a powder drawer, just like I have the highlights. I mean, the Surats are always really, they have great blushes. That's not going anywhere. This is a mini Orgasm NARS. That's not gonna go anywhere. This is NARS in Blush Bronzer Duo. Gosh, how long have I had that? That's not going anywhere. It's probably out of forever. Makeup by Mario. These are the pop-up blushes. What were they called? What the heck was their name? Rose Pop Blush Brick or Stick. Stick. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, Jen. Can't speak. That's not going anywhere. Although I have to I have to take that off my hand. Okay, so Clay to Pose. These are the little pots, the little creams. These are excellent products. I don't know if those exist anymore. Another Surratt. That's La Vie en Rose, which is a great shade. What is this? Oh, Danessa Myricks. I actually like this. Not really a blush on me. This is Nutcracker. I like that product, actually. All right. This is Daniel Sandler Watercolor Liquid Blush. I think this has to go because that's really old. Tower 28, you can see that looks iffy now, so that's gonna go. I liked that shade though. That was Magic Hour. That's a good one, but like I said, it's that's gotta go. All right, Chantecaille. This is the Smitten Elephant. I have all the shades in that little drawer that I showed you at the beginning. I actually have to put this one in here. I don't know how this one escaped. Just, I have things in different places. This is Pillow Talk, Charlotte Tilbury. This is Sex on Fire, Charlotte Tilbury. I really like this Charlotte. Okay. So blush, we're continuing. My battery conked out, like I said. I always keep another battery charged because this thing takes so long to do. But I did in the meantime get my Makeup by Mario blush, my Pat McGrath blushes out. So basically what I was saying is Charlotte Tilbury, I'm keeping all of those. We'll get into the Pat McGrath in a minute as things fall over. Okay, Laura Mercier. I love Laura Mercier blushes. Actually, this is Fresco. That is Sting. Patrick Ta. I actually like these products. Do I reach for them very often? No, but I'll keep some of them. Okay, so Patrick Ta, this is She's That Girl. This is She's So LA. I think that's my favorite. This is, it's like a brown, which I really like. This one is She's Blushing. This one is She's Baked. That one will go because it's just too deep for me. And this one is She's Passionate, which is not the cream and, you know, powder. It's just a blush. So those will stay. Melt Cosmetics Raw Honey. This one's gonna go. If I can open it. Chantecaille, this is Laughter. This is a refill. That will go with the little pebbles. These are Chantecaille. This is Apple Blossom. These I like. And one of these, and then Anemone. I don't think I would wear Anemone. I think I'll declutter Anemone. Well, I don't know. I have to figure it out. The packaging I don't love on these, I'll be honest, but figure that out in a minute. Okay, so this is Lisan from Tom Ford. This is an old one that does not exist anymore. And yeah, I'm gonna declutter it because I don't use it. I'm being good here, guys. This is Coupe de Genie. This is Surratt. That's Stang. Desert Rose, Makeup by Mario. This is a great shade, actually. My hand is like pink at this point, but whatever. Chantecaille, Cheek Gelée, and Happy. I really wish they would have, like, I feel like they're out of stock quite a bit. This is Kara Weiss. Kara Weiss is a great brand. I do like them. They're kind of like a Westman Atelier. I just find myself not really reaching for their stuff. This one's gone bad, but this is a great shade if you're interested in picking their stuff up. This is Blossoming. It's a really good blush, but like I said, this has gone bad. That's the thing about the cream products that I'm talking about. Like, I just feel like maybe it's on the cusp of going bad and I send it to you and it's bad by then, and I would just feel terrible if somebody had some kind of reaction or something. This is more Surratt blush. This is in Parfait. Keeping that. Hourglass. Radiant. Magenta. I'm pretty sure this is gonna go. I don't think magenta is really no, that's gonna go. KW. Very Graceful. That's gonna go. NARS. What shade is this? Madly. Oh, I love Madly. I've been looking for... see, this one my talk. I need to use more stuff. This is the Radiance Chic. I actually do really like these colors. They're very similar to the Chanel Printemps, actually. Believe it or not. Okay, these are Makeup by Mario's. We'll get this over here. This is a Dior Eclat Nu. This I do like. So that's one I'm keeping. Ofra, this is Samantha's. That's actually really nice. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. Dolce & Gabbana. This is a cream. I love the Dolce & Gabbana stuff. I really hope the reformulation ones are good. That one's still good, by the way, guys. I wouldn't keep it if it was gross. The Kira Weiss one definitely went bad. This is Cheeks Out Rose Latte by Fenty. This is a great shade. I mean, I know it looks deep, but on me, like, it can be used almost as like a bronzer. See how that shears out? Because it's rose latte, so it's got this rosy shade. This is a great product. I love that one. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't use a lot of these products, and I bet you there's a lot of people who are watching this right now going, I didn't even know you had that. I never saw you use it. That's what I'm talking about. NARS, this is Overlust. This is a good palette. This is a really good palette. Again, have I used it lately? No. High Profile Cheek palette. This is very cool looking, and I like the packaging on it. Have I used it much? No. I need to use this a little bit and then make a decision. Makeup by Mario. These are the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veils, which I do like. Looks out. Barely Blushing. Great shade. And this is Rose Crush. Like, I should use these and compare them to, say, the Rare Beauty or the Chanel ones. Have I done that? No. Barely Blushing and Rose Crush. I'm going to take them out of their packaging. This is an e.l.f. product, cream blush palette. It smells fine, but again, I think this is just going to have to go. Now let's talk about Laura Geller. I just talked about these recently. These are great blushes. They're baked blushes. I really, really like these. They are great for people who have, again, older skin. I'm just going to say older. Older skin. They are beautiful on. These are products that I actually would buy more of again, that I don't need anything, so I'm not going to. But don't take that as in I don't love them, because I really think these are excellent products. And I would strongly encourage anybody who's looking for something that's, you know, if they have texture or they have concerns about like, duller looking skin, these are really actually very beautiful and worth picking up. I have Ethereal Rose, Down to Earth, and Pink Buttercream. All right, let's talk about the Pat McGraths. Okay, first we have Divine Blush, and this is Paradise Venus. Have I ever opened this? You know what? Maybe not. This is like a little teeny one. That's gonna go. Pat McGrath. We have Aphrodite Amour. I will keep that. We have Cosmic Coral. I will keep that. We have Paradise Glow. That's gonna go. We have Divine Rose 2. That's gonna go. We have Venusian Sunrise. I'm torn on this one. I never wear the shade. It's gonna go. Night Bloom. I can tell you right now, this is gonna go. Someone will wear it and look fabulous in it. I do not. This is Nymphette, which I will keep. This is Paradise Venus, which will go. Is Flirtatious. This is a good shade for me. This is Nude Venus. Those are the single shadows before she went to the double ones. And then this one is a Desert Orchid. Yeah, those will keep. So the other ones are good. All right, let's talk about Chanel for a second. I am not getting rid of any of my Chanel shadows, but I do want to mention something. I have a bunch of Chanel testers that I got way back in the day. Like when you work at a brand, like I worked at Chanel, oftentimes for gratis, you would get these. Gratis is basically like free because they were going to throw them out, or they had too much of something, or there was a contest, or just, you know, they wanted to give you something nice or whatever. So I got a lot of free product. So that's how I use. I mean, also, when you're selling a product, like if you're selling Chanel, you need to wear it. You need to use it to know how to recommend it. Like you can't be like, oh, Golden Sun's the best shade ever if you've never put it on anybody, or you've never used it yourself. So anyway, we got a lot of gratis. So these are all gratis products, but these are gone. These don't exist anymore. And I would also tell you that these have the smell that they had 30 years ago. And I'm not kidding. So here's one of my favorite shades. It's called Mocha. And it still smells exactly the way it smelled when I was 20. How old was I? 24? Yeah, so like 25 years ago. It's amazing. And these have never gone bad. Now, again, I keep these separately. That's how I had to pull them out. So they won't go back in this drawer, but because I really don't want anything to happen to these. But these are all discontinued. The formula, of course, is discontinued, but the shades are discontinued. These shades don't exist anymore for most of them. Some of the shades exist. Rose Petal, I think, still exists. Jersey, Rose Ecrin, Rose Bronze. I think that's it. Or maybe Angelique. I'm not sure. But the rest of them are gone. Now, the shade that I've been looking for that I don't have Tender Beige. Tender Beige I have been looking for years, and it's like one of my favorites, and I don't have it. And I very much doubt somebody's gonna give it up, because why would they? I mean, it's a great, it's a great shade, and why would they? This is Golden Sun. This is one of the best shades that Chanel ever did. I have no idea why they discontinued this. It's beautiful. It's just a beautiful shade. It almost works on everyone. Like, seriously. Yeah, still have that rose. I think it's rose. I don't know what scent it is, but anyway. So I wanted to show you those. I have not done a video where I've really used them very often. I do put them in videos from time to time. I did do a video where I have all my Chanel blushes on my face. I did do that, including these. It's a video that I did years ago, 2 years ago, like years ago. Like, I've been here for, you know, years, but I mean, it's been a couple years. So, however, I've bought more Chanel blushes since then, but I'm not getting rid of any of my Chanel blushes. Sorry, guys. Okay, we have Hermes. Let's see. Rose Tan, Rose Ombre, Rose Nuit, Rose Plume, Rose Apricot, Rose Faux, Rose Pommette, Rose Ombre with an A, Rose Blush, Rose Adore. Those are the ones that have like a little bit of shimmer. So the ones I'm going to get rid of: Rose Blush, Rose Faux, Rose Nuit. Which one was Rose Nuit? I forgot already. Oh, it's the deeper one. It's that one. And Rose Tan. Do I want to keep Rose Tan? No, I don't. That's where we're going. This is the bronzer drawer, and I've done my video on bronzer, and so I think I am gonna actually declutter some of these guys because I don't use them. Okay, so Terra obviously is not going anywhere. Terra bronzer's favorite. Gold Dust by Tom Ford is also another good one. I don't use it very often, but every once in a while I want kind of a certain look, and I will use that. This is Sunset, which is actually a powder by Chanel, but I use it as a bronzer. I used it as bronzers until Chanel actually came up with bronzers. This is the medium. This is the deep. And I have the light somewhere. I'll find it. I know I have all three. Okay, Hermes. This is 01 Totori. I'm actually gonna declutter this. I don't like this at all, and I'm not really sure who it might work for, but check out my video, and if you're interested, you know, you can you can buy it. Atlas I'll keep. I am gonna buy the third shade, number 3. We'll in the meantime, okay, Naked Desire by Pat McGrath, which I do like. This is Guerlain. This is the Guerlain B case. I'm not going to get rid of this because of the packaging. This is Golden Bee, but I have to tell you, this shade does not look good on me. Okay, Goa, one of my favorite bronzers. It's very deep. The funny thing is, I've used this thing for years, and it looks like I haven't made a dent in it. I don't know why. Yeah, okay, so this is the Sicily bronzer, and again, it's too deep. I use it because it's a really great bronzer. It's like golden though, and you can just see it has this like golden glow to it. But I'm not going to get rid of it. It's actually the only Sicily one I have. Dior Light Bronze 02 and Tan Bronze 04. 04 is the shade that I always go for, and I'm always going to go for. So 02, I am going to declutter. It's very light. It's actually a really great bronzer. But 04, if I'm going to use Dior, I'm going to use the 04. So 02 is going goodbye. This is... I forgot the name of this product. This is Sun Flush, but I forgot the name of the brand. I'll get the name. And it's like a really creamy liquid bronzer. Again, not really my color, but it's a good product and I like it. And I like the brand in general. I've forgotten the name of it, but I will put it up. Okay, Tom Ford Terra. This is a tiny one. I just need to throw it away. It's at the end. I mean, it's done. This is my backup Terra. I have one because they got rid of the big size, which I understand because it's incredibly expensive and I'm pretty sure no one was buying it. Okay, this is La Mer. I am going to get rid of this. This is the bronzing powder. I don't like it at all. And yeah, it's going to go. Doesn't exist anymore. Surratt. This is a really good bronzer. This is in shade Soleil Dew. I've talked about this a lot lately. It's a really good one. Edward Bess. I love it. I love Edward Bess. Can't find it really. Barney's New York, but this is a great bronzer in Daydream. NARS Laguna 00. Excellent bronzer. For those of you out there who are light. Gucci 01. Not going anywhere. Too Faced. This is milk chocolate. This is actually a really good bronzer, and so I'm going to keep it. It's just a really, nice matte, cool bronzer. Milk chocolate. MAC. Okay, so I talked about these. The light rosy. I'm trying to remember which one. I forgot which one now is like not a good one. I think it's the matte. Is it the matte? They had some problems with the MACs because some of them were like didn't work and some of them did. And like some of them just don't show up at all. I think it's, okay, so this is the one that I think I liked. I have to go back and look myself. Radiant Light Rosy is actually nice. The Light Rosy Matte, yeah, was non-existent. And then the Matte Medium Rosy, so seemingly deeper, is actually lighter. So the Matte Medium Rosy and the Matte Light Rosy, I'm actually gonna get rid of. But I am gonna keep the Radiant Light Rosy, which I actually like. And I'll go back over and make sure those are the right ones, because they could be the wrong ones. I'm trying to figure out what I did with my Chanel Light Bronzer. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Like, where did I put it? Okay, I'll find it later. Makeup by Mario Light. This is the cream. It's not my favorite because I feel like it's kind of yellowish, but again, it's cream, so it's not gonna go anywhere. Charlotte Tilbury, I have it in 1, and I have it in 2. I think we had, 2 was fine, and I think 1 was just like too light for me. Yeah, so 1 is gonna go. Or should I keep it in case I want just like a warmth on my skin? The powder's nice, but can you see like it doesn't even show up? Like it's not even there. All right, for 1 is gonna go in the Declutter for now, and then I will think about it. Wayne Goss has really good bronzer. This is Bronze and Sculpts. This is in light gold. This is actually really good. This is the Chantecaille Positano collection. Again, I love this collection. Beautiful collection. I used to have the Soleil shade, the eyeshadow that went with it. I can't find it. These are the contour sticks from Rare Beauty. I could put contour and bronzer together. I really should just separate them. This is Bright Side and Happy Soul, both excellent. Dolce & Gabbana. This is Golden Sand. And this one is Sunrise. Both excellent. This is an LYS. That's just like a little too warm for me. So that's gonna go. Milk. This is actually a pretty decent bronzer. Cream bronzer, but again, I don't need it, but you know. Mineral Nude Bronze from Dior. It's a very, very light, but I'll keep that one. Butter bronzer. This is a great bronzer. This is Physicians Formula for people who are really pale. Like really, really good. It has a little thing underneath. I will declutter it, but that's actually a really good, that's a good one for pale people. Revlon Skin Lights. Again, excellent bronzer for light, pale skinned. Okay, this is Pat McGrath Nude Honey. I like this one. I like the Pat McGrath ones. I do. They just weren't my favorite shades, I guess. This is Mood Light. Do I have 3 Mood Lights? I'm gonna have to check that. This is Patrick Ta. She's Statuesque, which is really nice. I do love this. This is Kosas. This is Light. Excellent for somebody who's really pale. This is Samantha's Bronzer Duo in River. I think this is too deep for me, so that's gonna go. This is the Healthy Glow Powder Givenchy. This is a little orange, but let me go hold on to that one because I don't think I have a Givenchy bronzer. This is Laguna, the original Laguna. You can see how much deeper it is than the 00. And that's now, I think, 01. Here we have Guerlain. This is Terracotta Matte in, what shade is that? Clair Light. And then I have it in Light Cool as I break it. Let's see. Light Cool. It's interesting. Guerlain is always warm when it comes to bronzers. I don't like either one of those. They're going to both go. I keep the Golden Bee one because it's got special packaging, but I just don't like the Guerlain bronzers. I just think they're, for me anyway, I just think they're too orange or too yellow or something. I don't know. This is La Bouche Rouge. This is the bronzer, or what shade I got in this. I didn't particularly like this, to be honest, but packaging is very beautiful and very weighty and very heavy, and the leather is very nicely done. This is the Real Bronze. This is Serena. This is the one that's in the Positano collection, but again, I have the Positano with the different shades. This is the regular color, so I will keep that. And this is a Scott Barnes palette, contour palette from way back. I'm gonna declutter this, but I will tell you, like, this shade Carve is excellent for me. The rest of the colors are all too deep, so give it to somebody who can use it. All right, I'm gonna put these back. Okay, so this is the last drawer we're going to do for the declutter. I'm not saying that there's not more, because guys, there is. But I need to go through like the Clé de Pose that I talked about earlier, the highlighters, and figure out which ones I want to keep. I need to take a look at the duplicates that I have for like Hermes and those types of things, maybe some others. I need to figure out if I can get the Prada eyeshadows embossed for the ones that I already have. If I can, then I will have those in the sale. And I might go through a couple of other things and see what else I have. But for the purposes of the filming, this is the last. This is the last one. Okay. This is the Rêve de Camélia. And this is an illuminating powder. I do have a whole drawer. And this is, so I have 3 of these. This really goes in the highlighter drawer, and I'll go make sure it does. But I do have a whole drawer of blushes from Chanel that are considered illuminating blushes. So they're not just straight blushes, they're illuminating blushes. You could also consider them to be highlighters, but that drawer I'm not decluttering at all. So, you know, we won't look at that. All right. So I bet you my light is in here somewhere. Let's find it. Yep. Here's my light Chanel bronzer. I knew it. This is the one I used most, and I knew that one was in a drawer somewhere. Okay, so these are the oversized healthy highlighting powders in soft peach. They never came to the United States. And this one is tender pink. There really isn't a difference between these two, except the peach is peachier. So, because these never came to the US and these are very special, I am going to declutter it. I am going to get rid of the soft peach, but this one is going to be higher priced than some of the others. Well, than all the others, because again, this is not something that ever came to the US. It doesn't exist here. It was very expensive to get from overseas. And the only reason I'm decluttering it is because I'm not using it. I'm going to keep the pink one. And I feel like I should give the opportunity to somebody who really wants this. But this is going to be like $100 or something like that. And if nobody buys it, I will just keep it because again, it's really hard to get this. So I just want to put that out there. I am going to declutter it, but it's not going to be like $30 like other things. Okay, by Terry. This is Terribly Denseless Compact in Fresh Tone Nude. I loved the Terribly Denseless line. By Terry got rid of it. These are really excellent powders. I have the ones in my top drawer at my desk. that have like bronzers and blushes and the whole line. I don't know. I mean, I guess they just weren't popular, but I really enjoyed them. I thought they were really good. So I don't know, but maybe I was the only one. Okay, and this is Desert Fair. Again, this is powder, but if you look at it, because of the deepness of the shade, I can wear this as like a contour slash bronzer. In fact, I should put this in the bronzer drawer. Bronzer slash contour drawer. Okay, this is the Perfect Blur powder. This is the Hummingbird. This is what it came in, the special packaging, and now it's in regular packaging. I really do like this powder. I think this works better on people who have like oilier, not oily, oilier skin, but it's actually a beautiful powder, and I intend on keeping it. Pat McGrath, this is her light powder. It's like almost white. It's Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. And this is very similar to the By Terry powder, which I used for years and still actually very much enjoy until I found the Dolce & Gabbana and the Western Atelier. But this is a very good under eye powder if that's something that you're looking for. But it's very much like the By Terry. Okay, this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish #1 powder. You can see how much of this I actually used. It's an excellent powder, and it was the powder that I used when I was younger, frankly. In my 30s, even in my 40s, this is the powder I used. And it's really good powder. And I feel like I have a backup of it. I have another one of it somewhere, but we'll see. This is Cover FX. This is Perfect Setting Powder. I never use this, so that's gonna go. This is e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Again, don't use it, so it's gonna go. This is the Chantecaille. This is the Glow Powder, the Lotus Powder. This is what came out, and I don't love this powder, but I think it's good powder. And I actually like all the Chantecaille powders in general. I think they're pretty decent. This is By Terry. This is the By Terry pressed powder that she came up with that have different shades. The ones that I use, honestly, are these two. These are a little too warm for me, but I used to use the By Terry palette under eye almost like exclusively. And this is the really tiny one, because this is how little you need. This is very much like the Pat McGrath. So basically I would take like that much, and I'm not kidding, like that much, and go like this under my eyes with it. And I still think this is an amazing under eye powder. I really do. But I find that the Western Atelier Pink Bubble, I like more at my age. I did use this more when I was younger, I gotta say. I have an entire drawer of loose powders, and I actually have to put that with the loose powders. And actually I have to do this with a bunch of these. So this is Kojendo. This is the my Fancy Natural Lighting Powder. It's a loose powder. It's a good powder. Nothing wrong with it. I should put it in the, I should have this in the loose powder drawer. This is the Le Beige's Tan. This is the medium bronze. I have this in the wrong drawer. It should be in the bronzer drawer. But, you know, I never really use this, interestingly enough. And it's not a bad shade. It's a little too warm for me, but so that'll go in the bronzer drawer. The cream bronzer drawer, which I do have. This is the Makeup by Mario Light Transforming Skin Perfector. I didn't like this product. It just didn't work for me. So that's going to be Declutter. This is the Chanel. This is the sand powder. This sunset one is the one I use as bronzer. This is just, you know, regular powder, but it's a good powder by Chanel. Makeup Forever HD High Definition Powder. This is a very old powder, but it's similar to the By Terry and the McGrath. This is Besame. I don't talk about Besame very much. This is a translucent powder. This is actually a really good powder. They were one of the first to use like lavender in powder and stuff. The reason is because they have a lot of throwback shades. And so if you see this, see how this is a lavender powder? And it's really a very nice powder. But now I have tons of lavender powders. All right, this is Guerlain. This is Light Cool Terracotta Light. Oh, this is a different bronzer. Interesting. I'll go with my bronzer. See, this is what I'm saying. Like they're even in the wrong, we're in the wrong drawers. Mineral Nude Matte Powder. I don't think I use this. Okay, that's gonna go because I'm not using it. This is actually one of my favorite Chantecaille products. This is Candlelight. I really like the shade. I don't love this mechanism. but it's a really good shade, and I do like the powder, so I'm gonna go in my loose powder drawer. Luminous Light Hourglass. Actually do like this powder. I mean, it's more of a highlighting powder, but this is the HD Perfecting Poudre Parfait Chantecaille powder. I don't think this powder, does this exist anymore? I don't know. It's a really nice powder. Gucci powder, which I never really took to be honest with you. Like, this just never worked for me. It's not bad. It's just, you know, the bronzer was perfect for me, but I'm going to hold on to it, because, to be honest, because of the packaging. This is KKW. This is, what was the name of it? Like banana powder or something? Bake. This is her bake, but it has like a little bit of a yellow to it. Like, I don't bake, but this is the only, quote, baking powder I have, so I'm going to keep it. And this is the same thing from KKW, but it's that, you know, matte powder. It does, I mean, it does work. It's the only thing from KKW I'm going to keep. Okay, so this is Kojando. This is the My Fanchi Brightening Moisture Powder, face powder, but this is the pressed powder. I showed you the liquid. I mean the liquid, the loose. Kojando makes great powders. Kojando makes great products in general. Here is my Airbrush Flawless Finish powder to replace the one that I really should just toss. Something I actually finished. I think I had that one for like 15 years or something. I don't know. So here, brand new one. Hourglass. This is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This is a good powder too, actually. It has more of a yellowish kind of tint, but that should be in my powder. These are the Hermes powders. These aren't bad. They're just not my favorite. This is Mirage. It's like it's more like a highlighter. I think that is a highlighter. It says glow powder, but I'll put it in the highlighter. So that one I'll keep. This is Carolina Herrera. I love the packaging. I love the packaging that she did. And I'm a big Carolina Herrera fan. Like her clothing and everything. And she had different compact covers. I mean, I really do like her stuff. I just, yeah, I'll keep it though. And then last but not least, this is something that I just have. And to be honest, it's more of an art piece than anything else. I'm probably never going to use it. Which sounds weird. You'll start to see there's just, you know, basically a disastrous mess on the floor here. But those are all, and I've got Harrods bags because I'm starting to put them in the Harrods bags. And that box from Harrods, you know, all the different products. There's a lot that I have to go through and price out and figure out and all that good stuff. And like I said, I need to go through some of the others and figure out if I have duplicates. So I will be doing that. So the next step, I want you to understand that the sale is not live yet, and the sale won't go live for a while because I have to put all this stuff together. I'm going to have to take pictures of each individual thing. I'm going to have to price in each individual thing. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to put them up on the Patreon site because I haven't figured that out yet. My sister is going to help me. I'm very lucky. My sister's in a position that she can help me for a little bit. So I greatly appreciate that. And I'm going to take advantage of it. So, you know, it'll probably happen faster than it would, frankly, without her. But right now, I can't give you an exact date. Once I can, I will. But I don't know right now. But I feel much better, actually, now that I've gone through all of this. I feel like I have a better, like, understanding of what I have and what I don't and what I, quote, need. I think you would all agree with me, or hopefully, that I don't need anything ever again. But that if I'm going to buy something, you know, it's going to be specifically to show all of you because you show a lot of interest in it. Or, you know, it's something that I'm adding to a collection that I now know better. And I know, if anything, like it would at least not be an exact duplicate of something that I have. It might be a little bit different. I will have my Will I Buy It up probably after this. So we'll talk about the things that I'm buying. I am on my low buy. I've said it a million times. So there are some things, and I want to give it away what I'm buying, so you will watch the Will I Buy It. But the Will I Buy It should be up next, and we'll talk about the new collections that I am picking up and what I'm not. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.